They have become an internet sensation, and the fusing of their sounds is in itself pretty sensational.
This song says, no matter who you are, no matter where you go in your life, at some point you're going to need somebody to stand by you.
I think it was very inspirational. I like the fact he wasn't doing this for money. He felt inspired to unite different countries of the world through music. He made all of the people in the music video feel like they were a part of something worth sharing.
And one of them was playing a nylon guitar, and the other one was singing in a language that I didn't understand, and I imagine most people didn't understand.
Everybody was just standing around. I've done that.
You know, about 200 people just stopped, didn't get on the train, and started watching this music. And I looked around, and I saw people with tears in their eyes, and I saw jaw dropping, and I just saw this collection, and it occurred to me that here is a group of people that would normally run by each other, and here they are collectively coming together, and it's the music that brought them together.
This interview opened my eyes as a person, part of a world full of violence and war, and helped me realize that we can all be united and brought together as a whole. In this video, Mark Johnson united people of all different cultures and races and connected them through music. This video brought me inspiration and hope in our world.
There's no separation between music and people. When music is just happening and people can walk by and it can affect them, that this is an opportunity for us to really find a way to bring people.
I thought the video was inspirational because it linked people from all over the world through one song. These people all have different backgrounds, cultures, and values, but we're all brought together in this song.
I thought that the Mark Johnson video was inspiring because of how he fused different music from different cultures to be able to unite people of the world. He showed the world that music can really be a factor in unity.
Well, I mean, with Playing for Change, my ultimate thing would be that people understand that in a world with all this division, it's important for us to focus on our connections.
I think the most powerful message of this interview was that Mark Johnson traveled around the world not to raise money for charities, but wanted to unite the people of different countries through music.
This music, and it was almost a form of an exorcism where all the sorrow was gone.
I think the most powerful message from this interview is that no matter what our backgrounds, we can be united in some way.
They let us in their homes, they fed us, they gave us their music, they told us their stories in the world. And Pokey said, you know, the kids here, they really need a music school. They need some hope.
I think the most powerful message is that music can unify anyone if you get the right tone.
Let's get together and feel alright.
What situation someone is in, music can control.
Celebrities have been helping to bring people together. These celebrities include Bill and Melinda Gates.
These are the people Gates wants to help. They are what he calls the bottom 2 billion, a third of the world's population that struggles on less than $2 a day. They are poor, hungry, lack electricity and clean water. Gates' most urgent goal, help the millions of children under 5 who die every year, 1 every 20 seconds. From preventable disease.
You don't need somebody to stand by.
Sites around the world to see what's working and what's not.
I welcome Bill Gates to our school. The government of Ghana and all school-age children are grateful for your support.
Very well done. Great to be here.
The grants here go towards school nutrition.
This is spinach.
Improving agriculture.
We don't have enough water in the river.
And most important to Gates, life-saving vaccines.
Be afraid, no, I won't. She won't be just as long as your people come and stand by me.
All lives, no matter where they're lived on the globe, have equal value. All lives.
What are your global priorities?
HIV/AIDS, malaria, mother and child deaths.
Well, she tumbled and fall on the mountains. They should crumble into the sea.
Have
come down substantially. 1960, it was 20 million children under the age of 5 that died. Now it's 9 million children. That's still too many.
A year.
A year. Every year, 9 million children die. We can get that down.
And as for those other priorities she mentioned, the foundation is working on a vaccine for HIV and nothing less than the eradication of malaria and polio, taking on everything at once.
Women are most reluctant to change.
She talks about spending $1 billion here, $1 billion there, and pretty soon you realize that billionaire philanthropists aren't like you and me. There was a funny moment when she was going through some of the figures, and in an uncharacteristic slip, she said she'd pledged $1 billion to vaccines when it's actually $10 billion.
You know, it just occurred to me. You had misplaced $9 billion. Now, I misplaced change at the end of the day, but you had actually forgotten about $9 billion.
I think I missed a zero in there.
Most people would remember that kind of a number.
You know, for me, I think more about the possibility of what it is we're trying to change. So if I have to go around the health statistics in the world, I don't tend to get those wrong. But the amount of dollars we put in, I'm always more focused on what's the result we're going to get, no matter how much money we put into these.
Cosmetics.
I don't find great joy in those things. I find much more joy in connecting with people. I'm much more at home being what I call out on the ground doing this work. And for me, that's where I find meaning. I don't find meaning in material things.
This village had nothing material to give but music.
What are you going to do with it? You can spend it on yourself. You can have, thousands of people holding fans and cooling you off. You can build pyramids and things. I sometimes order 2 cheeseburgers instead of 1, but we didn't have any consumption ideas. And if you don't think it's a favor to your kids to have them start with gigantic wealth, then you've got to pick a cause.
You don't consider it to be a favor to your kids?
No, absolutely not.
To give them enormous wealth?
No, they should go on to pursue whatever it is they want to do in life and not feel cheated by that, by being given something, given a whole lot of wealth. They would never go out and figure out who they are and what their potential is.
Have you talked to them about this? Have you said, look, we're going to give most of this away?
Absolutely.
And they're okay with giving the money away?
They are okay with it.
Yes, they reach different ages. They may ask us again, tell me again what?
The Gates kids will still be massively wealthy, but their parents have already given roughly $30 billion to the foundation, and they told us they'll give 90% of their money away. Add to that. Transform is America's, particularly through the schools. They have pledged nearly 1/4 of all the foundation money to American students, and we followed Melinda to the Friendship Collegiate Academy High School in Washington, D.C.
I wonder what you think is the most alarming thing about American education.
I think it's most alarming that we're only preparing 1/3 of the kids to go on to college. That's a frightening thing for our democracy to say 1/3 of kids are prepared to go.
If only 1/3 of high school seniors are academically prepared to go to college, the Gates believe that a revolution in teaching can go a long way to pushing that up to their goal of 80%. They're funding research to figure out what makes great teachers great.
Do you feel like you're prepared that you could go on and succeed in college? So much hope and so much ingenuity. And I think that is also what keeps us at it when you meet these families who are eking it out on a tiny farm and putting their kids in school. and you see that if you just give them one more input, it unlocks that family's potential. We see huge changes happening in Africa, and we see huge changes happening in childhood deaths because of vaccines. So for us, it gives us incredible hope about the changes that will even come in our lifetime, and it makes it a lot of fun to do this work, and we certainly enjoy doing it together.